Hey everyone, I have been gone for I think it's 6 weeks now. And it's just because work and school is just a little bit kicking my butt. And so, I don't know, every time I say I'm going to make a video, it just doesn't end up happening. So, I just got done from church. I went to the early service. I'm like, I'm just going to knock this out. Went to the 8 o'clock service. And, so I can have kind of the rest of my day to just do stuff. So, I am going to do a video on cheating. This is actually a video I've held for probably 2 or 3 months now that I've just been kind of thinking about. So I just want to give you my thoughts on cheating and whether you should stay or whether you should go. So I wanted to do this video because it's actually inspired by this guy that I was talking to on YouTube, and I can't remember what video it was, but it was a comment that I had made on a video that someone else had made about cheating on YouTube. So I made a comment, and the guy had responded back to me, and he kept going back and forth with me about this subject, and all that I said, because I tried to stay neutral on things, but all that I said was that the person has to decide for themselves, what they're going to put up with, what they're going to deal with, etc. So he comes back with comments about oh, well, I guess, if you're going to accept someone cheating on you, then you're going to accept someone beating you. And I thought that was a little bit absurd that he was comparing cheating to somebody beating me, which is you're causing me physical harm. I know emotional harm is, very serious, and no one should put up with being emotionally abused, but it's dude, this comparing apples to oranges, so it's really not even remotely the same thing. And what I told him, and what my thoughts are about it, is that yes, it's wrong for somebody to cheat on you. It's wrong for somebody to give their body to somebody else. It's wrong for somebody to emotionally give their heart, their time, their attention, because if you're with somebody, then of course they shouldn't be out there being the same way with you that they are with other people. That's the point of being in a committed and monogamous relationship, that you're giving a part of yourself to somebody that is only reserved for that person. I also reiterated to him the fact that people are in situations where they can't just up and leave. I gave him scenarios of, what if a mother with 2 or 3 kids is she doesn't have a job, her husband's the breadwinner. Oh, but I'm just gonna up and pack up all the kids and I'm just gonna leave, or any number of scenarios or reasons. If you're married, I don't think, and I've been through this before, obviously, if you've seen my other videos, if you're married, you don't just typically get up and leave. Everybody thinks what they would do until they're in that situation. And for me, I did actually leave my ex-husband, but then we reconciled about maybe 2 or 3 months later, and then I got pregnant. So then it was well, what am I going to do? So then I find out that he's still cheating on me, and then I'm now I'm pregnant. So before I left and it was just me, and I was well, hey, I'm 24, I think it was 24, about to turn 25. So it's well, hey, I still have my whole life ahead of me. He's 30, so he would have been 33 or something like that. He was 9 years older than me. So it's okay, well, I was thinking that way before, and then now it's I have a whole child to think about. So that opens up a whole different type of situation for me. So all I was saying to him is that no, you shouldn't put up with somebody disrespecting you. No, you shouldn't just sit there and take things. That wasn't exactly what I was saying at all. And and he was just taking it that way just because, clearly when people get offended by stuff, it's because they have their own personal bias and they have their own, histories or whatever with the subject. Because I was yo, you live your life. You do what you want to do. Why are you coming for me about a comment that I made that has nothing to do with any basis in reality whatsoever? You're going to live your life how you live your life. I'm going to live my life how I live my life. Everybody's going to live their life how they live their life. It's it really was just a mute subject. So I think that it's wrong, of course, men or women, cheating on each other. If you guys have made the decision that you're going to be in a monogamous relationship, you're committed, this is what you want, then, no, you shouldn't be cheating, because that is devastating to the person. Like, that is utterly devastating, especially if they didn't see it coming. They didn't think that, you were that type of person. There really wasn't any warning signs. They were really working on trusting you, and somebody that has trust issues already, for you to break their trust again, is like, it sends them in a tizzy. I mean, it's horrible. I mean, I really wish people would be more on board with breaking up with somebody if they want to go and be with somebody else. Like, that just makes the most sense to me. The thing is that a lot of people are selfish, and people cheat or, start dealing with other people for whatever reason. And it's always, probably something stupid and trivial, like you have low self-esteem, so you want to go and, be in people's face, or, you just feel like you're the man and you got it like that, or people just want you, or, same thing with women, like, oh, you think that you could, just pull anybody. And it's like, okay, that may be true, but like, if you really truly care about somebody, you would care about the emotional and long lasting, deep, cutting hurt that like cheating causes. And so it's like, for you to say that you love somebody, you want to be with somebody, you're committed, but then at the same time you break their trust, it's like, how can you sit up and really truly say that? The sad truth is, like I said, is that people are very selfish. They just do not care at the time about other people's feelings. And then they might care afterwards when they see the hurt or the pain that they cause, but then they may or may not. And so it's like, you have to decide. Like, my husband wasn't remorseful at the time. And so I was like, well, I mean, are you going to stop? Is this something you think I'm going to deal with? Are you just ready to be done with our marriage? Like, all those questions. And so it's like, if somebody's like that, they're not trying to tell you they're sorry. They're not trying to make things better. They're not like, hey, I messed up, I'm not perfect, I'm trying to work on these issues that I have, or whatever, I want you, I'm gonna do better. Yeah, that's still lip service that you may or may not want to listen to, but at least it's something. So all I was trying to basically tell the guy is that there's situations. Like, I don't think that necessarily in a marriage, like, if you're just dating somebody and then they're sleeping with other people or something like that, then hey, that's I feel like that's a deal breaker. I mean, if y'all aren't married, y'all don't have no kids together, y'all aren't living together, you got your stuff together, why would you put up with things like that? But I think that at the same time, like I was telling the guy, simply is that it is up to the individual person to choose. It is their right, their prerogative, and we have nothing to do with that. And we shouldn't shame somebody for staying, because like I said, we do not know how we will react in a situation until we are there. So it's like, judging is not going to get us anywhere, because we are not that person. We're not living in their shoes. So in summary, like I said, I think that it is up to the person. And I think that, if we have family or friends that are going through it, then we should be supportive and not judgmental. If you're going through it yourself, like I said, you have to just weigh your options. You have to see what that other person is doing. You can't just listen to what they're saying. You have to look at what they're doing from here on out. And so it's like, if it gets to be too much, you feel like you can't handle it, you feel like they're still cheating, I mean, you have to make the best decision for you. I just don't think that anybody else can make it for us. And so that's all that I was trying to tell this man. But I mean, like I said, he's clearly got his own issues. I mean, especially if he's going back and forth with me. Like, he went back and forth with me like for quite a while. I was like, dude, like, you're comparing cheating to like all these other atrocities that happen in relationships. Like, there is stuff that is worse than cheating that people can sit up and do and argue about. It was insane. This one lady gave me advice about what to do in a situation of cheating, and it really actually did help me and kind of clarified some stuff. And because I think that there's a lot of confusion and there's a lot of should I, shouldn't I type thing. And she was like, well, if you're confused, which confusion is not of God, if you're confused, then I think that you should just pray about it and be still and let God work it out. And I think that was probably the best advice that I could have possibly gotten at the time. And it really hit home for me. And I think that that's what actually helped me make my decision, is just saying, okay, well, God, what are you trying to say? Because we feel our feels and we just want to react. But it's like, we have to wait it out and see what God is trying to tell us in these type of situations. So, like I said, do what's best for you. Keep God in all your relationships and everything that you do, all your choices, and I think that you're going to come out on top. And I'm really going to try to do more videos, and I say that every time I do like, I'm really going to try this time. And I'm going to definitely try. I'm probably going to just try to start doing more like little 5-minute impromptu videos, like something comes to mind or something happens, or I hear something or whatever, and then just like make a video, like regardless if I have my makeup on or not, or things like that, because that's really what I'm like, well, do I want to put on makeup to do a video? It's really like my biggest deterrent. So yeah, I'm gonna try to be better. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely want to hear what your guys' thoughts are on cheating and how you feel about what I said versus what he said. So definitely leave a comment below and share your thoughts. And thank you for the new subscribers that I've received in the last few weeks. I've gotten a good like 20-30 new peeps, and I was like, yay! I don't know where everybody's coming from. I don't know if maybe YouTube is finally sharing my videos or not, but so I appreciate that. So I appreciate you guys for subscribing. I hope that you'll stay around for a while and look at some of my past videos, and hopefully I'll be talking to you guys all soon.